Hey, welcome to the Keto Mom page. It is time for your 2 o'clock tasting and your keto tip. Welcome. We're going to dive into, of course, my mom fuel. I've been shaking this flavor up a lot because it's my favorite. And today's keto tip is actually I'm just going to give you some keto basics of how to get started. The keto tip is going to be around getting started. Why? Because you have a new month ahead. Like you can, if you're one of those people that you're like, I'm waiting for the new month or I'm waiting for the first day of the week or whatever it is, guess what? If you are one of those people that wait for like the first or the new, tomorrow is your day. Or maybe you're going to watch this in a week and then you're going to be like, what? If you're watching this live, it will make sense. If you're watching this and you're not live, then guess what? You just get to get started. So the keto tip today is going to be based around some very basic steps if you're brand new on how to get started. If you have kind of fallen off the wagon, let's restart. If you're doing incredible, then there's just some tips for you in general. So as you're tuning in, I put in the header of this video a winner. Linda Atkins, you won Mom Fuel. Linda, congratulations. You're going to get this in the mail. I need your address. So I need your address. All right. Where are you tuning in from? I'm shaking my favorite flavor, mainly because so many of you have trials either in your home, on the way, and I'm running very low on trials. And so I keep my favorite flavor for myself. But I love all of them. Like I will drink all of them. And all of you have my ketones. And I'm waiting for more to come in the mail. So I still have a handful left. As I'm sharing this with you below, if you want to know more about my mom fuel, all you have to do is post 5 in the comments and we're going to chat. So you can shake it up or you can stir it up, however you choose to do it. Grab yourself some water, 12 to 16 ounces. My husband uses 24 ounces. You put the magical powder, not magical, just amazingness, into a cup. You shake it up and you're going to drink it. And in under an hour, you're going to have ketones in your system. You're going to have ketones in your system that are going to help you with your energy, your focus, your appetite control. It's going to help you with your mood, even sleep. Like it's going to help you with suppressing your appetite. It's going to help you get your booty off the couch and maybe go for a walk. It's going to help you homeschool your kids like me. It's going to help you not take a nap like me. It's going to help you with some fat loss. It's an incredible tool. It is an incredible tool. I've been drinking it for 6.5 years. I love it. So, as you're tuning in, if you drink ketones already with me, what's your favorite flavor? I love them all. So I'm doing a berry blue right now. And what'd you have for lunch? I'd love to know, just because I like to know what you're eating. So here's what we're going to do. If you are brand new, brand spanking new, or you need to get back on track, or whatever the case may be, I'm going to give you a couple tips on how just to get started. The biggest tip I'm going to say is don't mess up good for perfect. We're not going to wait for the cupboards to be perfect and the refrigerator to be perfect, and we're not going to wait till January 1st, 2022, because that's too far away, right? But the holidays are coming up. I don't care, right? Guess what? We're going to dive into the next 90 days, and I'm going to give you some tips and tricks to help you maneuver around all of these days and all of the candy and all of the treats. I'm not going to say that you can't have them. I'm going to say in between each of these days, whenever you decide to celebrate with family or you're out with friends or coworkers, while you enjoy yourself on that one day, you don't need to be overindulging for the next 90 days. So that's number 1. Let's be aware of what we're eating. Otherwise, guess what? You and I are going to be chatting January 1st, and you might be where you're at today because you will be plus another 20. Let's not do that. So here's a really couple quick tips for you if you're just getting started, or if you just simply want to make this more of a pretty, I don't want to say relaxed lifestyle, but a non-trackable, like, hey, I don't want to track all of my food. Oh, this is not being very cooperative. Ugh. All right. So, are you ready? So good. Okay. Get out a pencil or a pen and a piece of paper, and this is what we're going to do. Whether your goal is to go, hey, I want to stick to low carb, I need to get started. Hey, I want to do this without having to track every single thing in my phone or on a piece of paper, which that is not bad. We tracked our food years and years ago, and what tracking your food does, whether it's in like a MyFitnessPal or any type of phone tracker or a piece of paper, is it gives you a good visual of what you're eating, and you can't. It's not going to lie to you. So oftentimes if people are like, oh, this isn't working, I've been so strict for the last month or 2 months, and then I'll say, all right, nothing is moving, I'm just going to give up. And I say, well, why don't you let me know what you've been eating? And then eventually it comes out like, well, I had a cheat day on Friday, and then I had pizza on Saturday, and then I thought I'll start on Monday. Usually I have a little bit of extra things at night. Like what happens is if people aren't keeping track of their food, and in their head, they're like, it's not a big deal. I ate great. I can go have the extra brownie. They just have too much extra. Or because they didn't write it down, oh, it slipped their mind. Oh, come to think about it. Yeah, I have had a couple off weeks. So you don't have to track, but if you feel like you can't stay on track, it might be a good idea. It's up to you. Now, here is my top few tips of getting started, okay? Number 1. Was that loud?
I mean, I'm going to move.
My husband's going to move. Do you want to come and talk with me? Some people think this is just for moms. This is for dads. This is for non-dads. This is for anybody. You want to come sit with me? Yeah, you do. My husband's going to come chat. Okay, we have to try to make the screen wider. I'm going to give some tips.
Because I got my Dexa Fit Scan?
Does anybody? No, you can talk about that if you want. Come squeeze in. Let me give some tips, and then you can tell them what you think in order to get their month started off correctly. Say hi to my husband. All right, number 1. If you are just getting started, or you want to restart, or you just want to... Up your water. Meaning, look at what you're drinking. Stop drinking all of your sugar. Stop drinking your sugar with a little bit of coffee. Pay attention to what is in your cup, ketones or water, right?
I have water.
Okay, number 1 is how much water are you drinking? And pay attention to what you're drinking. Number 2, what did I put down? Less sugar. Less sugar. So less sugar, less sweet treats, less junk. Clearly that is should be a common sense thing, but I wrote it down for you anyways. All right, the next one is, I wrote less food. Do you think people overeat? Why?
Because it's America.
Not everybody on here is from the United States. Wherever you're tuning in from, I'm going to guess that there's no shortage or access of food. Whether you go to the dentist and there's cookies at our dentist office, yes, there is. So I want you to know something.
Isn't that crazy? There's candy in the Kentucky dentist office.
Yeah.
Like, why would you put that stuff?
Why would you do that? Okay, so this is what I want you to know. When I say eat less food, I just want you to be mindful. And before you eat a snack, or even like these last few days, I haven't been hungry at lunchtime, so I just haven't been eating. I actually haven't been eating till like 1:30 or 2. So I just want you to know something. Your body will tell you when you're hungry.
Which has been a challenge for me.
Yeah, because he's usually hungry.
Yes.
And I make lunch. So
I think it's probably because we should reassess her workouts in the morning.
Why?
We got to work a little harder, so then you're going to want to eat a little earlier.
I work out really hard. So we're talking about everybody else right now.
Oh, yes, that's right.
My body has been sore.
That's true.
Here's the deal. Eat less food. Ask yourself if you're hungry before you eat. Oftentimes we eat because the clock says to eat. If I ate at noon, I'm not hungry, so I don't need to eat.
It's true.
I'm hungry at 2-ish.
Just before this.
Yeah, I did. I ate. Okay, so ask yourself, am I hungry? If you're not hungry, or you could have a light snack. Your lunch and your dinner, I think we have to have this big old meal with 2 big sides, right? Even lunch. I think we like, oh, I'm going to have a low-carb wrap, but what am I going to have for a side? You don't always have to have a side. Mm-mm. You can have one thing. Even like a cheese stick and a handful of almonds and like a hard-boiled egg, that could be your lunch. And you might be going, that's like a snack. It probably has enough calories as a lunch, right? So all I want you to do is the tip for going into this next month and going into the next 90 days before we hit January 1st, and then you reassess your goals. Ask yourself before you eat, am I hungry or am I bored? Am I emotional? Is the clock telling me to eat? What is it? That's your tip. All right, we've got a couple more. Just eat more protein, more veggies, more salads, and less pasta and potatoes. Easy peasy. Take the buns off the burgers, the croutons off the salad, or grab a
lettuce wrap.
I say that a lot. My kids can usually recite what I'm saying on a live, right?
Yes, I got it right.
All right. I said move your body. Your workouts don't have to be like, I work out so hard in the gym, right?
Does that mean we should move to Florida?
I work out so hard.
You mean move your body.
Move your body. He wants to move to Florida. We live in Minnesota. Where do you tune in from? We lived in Florida for a season, and he wants to go back.
I liked it there.
So there's a whole lot of reasons why he wants to move there. Here's the deal. You don't have to go spend an hour and a half in the gym. Go move your body. Go play with your kids outside. Go push your kids on the swing. Play basketball. Oh, you joined a basketball league.
I did. Well, sometimes you have to change your environment.
Patterns, yes.
Sometimes you have to change your patterns. I agree. And so I've been looking for a way to be able to meet new people. And sometimes you can only
He's
play.
a baller.
Well, we'll see. But I'm second grade teacher, fourth grade teacher,
Principal.
take care of some landscaping stuff outside. But I thought it's time for me to put my basketball shoes back on.
He's the principal.
So
yes. All right, last one
joined a team.
You have to tell them.
Oh, I do?
Yeah.
It's this stuff.
Ketones.
Mom fuel.
Here's the deal. When
Everybody fuel.
The keto tip of the day is simply, you know what to do. Most people know how to eat, right? They know that they shouldn't be grabbing the donut. They know they shouldn't be drinking a whole case of soda. Hey, I probably shouldn't eat as much pasta. Maybe I should grab the salad. I'm really not hungry. I really probably don't need to be snacking. I probably should go move my body, and I need to drink more water. But just in case you didn't know that, that's how we get started, right? Some of you are like, but wait, where does the keto come into place? Eating a strict ketogenic diet for most people is not sustainable, but they'll start that way and then they fall off, get frustrated, and quit. So if you can lower the carbs, meaning simple things, you don't need cereal for breakfast, you don't need the buns, those are disgusting. You don't need the side bread or you don't need the pasta. Like, you can live without it, or you can have it on occasion. Mm-hmm. But if you just cut back on some of the things that you don't need, up more protein and veggies, eat some salad, drink more water, drink your ketones for sure, it will get you on a really great start to creating a lifestyle. What do you think? Anything you want to say?
I think sometimes in life, talking about lifestyles, I've been hearing Stephanie answer questions for 6.5 years. Mm-hmm. 6 years, right? And it's that same conversation over and over. I was doing so good, and then this happened. I was doing so well, and then this happened. Or, well, it's just a birthday party, or it's just it's just a celebration. It's just the donuts at the work. Like, we hear it all the time.
Yep.
Right? So I think the most important thing for you to understand is to understand and truly know why you're doing what you're doing.
Yes!
What are the goals that you're going after?
That's what I wanted to talk about next.
And so what I think is important is once you've identified your why, it's good to have a baseline. It's good to have a good understanding of where you're at. So today I did something crazy. A good friend of mine, he gets this done every quarter, but of ours, I should say. And so I got a Dexa Fit Scan. And
wait, what's a Dexa scan?
I sat in this machine for 10 minutes. And
you laid there, right?
Scanned me very
his
slowly.
whole body.
And needless to say, numbers can work for you. They can work against you. I'm not going to go through my numbers. That doesn't matter.
Right.
But the reality is I have my baseline, and now I can actually start moving forward on my goals. And I think this, like, if it comes down to this, the science of I just want to lose some fat, right? Because that's what most people typically start with. I think we all know what we need to do.
Right.
Right.
I think
it's
people
all
need
the tips you talk about all the time. But it really comes down to discipline. Right. It comes down to perseverance. It takes consistency. And the thing is I'm sure each and every one of you have somebody in your life who's on some kind of a journey, who wants to feel better, who wants to become a better version of themselves.
Right.
And I think so often we can give people, I guess this would be my tip that I'd give you, is think about that person who you know who's really working to better themselves, maybe in their health, maybe in their fitness. And I think so often it's easy to give that person compliments and you're doing such a great job when they're on their journey.
Right.
But then when they actually hit the goal, And then when they keep that healthy lifestyle, we have a tendency to forget that. Does that make sense? Like, I think sometimes it's really important to celebrate the person who's actually achieving a healthy lifestyle on a daily basis.
Yeah, consistency, their routine, seeing them do great things.
So I don't know if I'm conveying this properly, but like, I would love for you to reach out to somebody and just send them a text message and say, you know what, Stephanie, you've done a really great job leading our family and taking care of the kids and making amazing meals. And I just wanted to say, you inspire me because you've been consistent for so long.
Thanks.
That was an example.
So I love that. Well, there's a couple of things that he said. First of all, I do love that. That would be, before you end this month, I would actually say send a text message to somebody that you value in life and say, thanks for being great. What are they great at? Number two, you said something that I thought was great was, what are you going after over the next 90 days? So I think oftentimes we can go, well, I want to lose some fat loss, but specifically, and if you tune in to our morning mindset mornings, where we're reading a book and just sharing little snippets every single morning, one of the things that we did this last month was actually write things down, write goals down. Well, my question to you is this. Do you know what you want in the next 30 days, 60 or 90 days? What do you feel like you can accomplish from now until the end of the year? Get a piece of paper out and write it out, because it's different when you write it versus just think it, and share it with somebody. I'd love for you to share below. Like, what are you committed to for the next 30 days, for this next month? Do you want to go to the gym 4 days a week? Are you going to up your water intake? Are you going to have zero treats except for maybe on 1 or 2 days where you go spend some time with family? Maybe you're going to commit to ketones. Maybe you're going to, I don't know, cook at home. No going out to eat for 30 days. Whatever it is, what goal are you committed to, or goals to get you further along in your journey in the next 30 days?
So good.
Yeah.
Reverse engineer it. So write it down, understand your why.
Right.
And then come up with a game plan. And sometimes the hardest part is taking the first step, and let that be your first step, is just creating the plan to get there.
Creating the plan, writing it down, and then your game plan is basically this. I mean, to really keep it super simple. Drink more water, eat less food, ask yourself if you're hungry. If you want to know more about my mom fuel or your dad fuel, because you drink it. I had people ask me the other day, does your husband drink this? I'm like, he's the one that showed me it.
Every day.
So we did have a winner from yesterday's drawing. So it was, I already said her name, Linda Atkins. You won one of these. If you want to know more about my mom fuel, just post, or dad fuel, or people fuel, post 5 in the comments. Otherwise, if you press the share button, let me know in the comments. Say, hey, I shared, because your name will go into a drawing for more ketones for you the next live.
Or they can go where to get it. Because sometimes people don't want to ask questions, they just want to buy something.
Oh, if you want a trial, you mean?
Yeah, so where would they go just to get it?
I forget. Where do they go? momfueltrials.com.
Yeah.
You'll get something like this. So go to momfueltrials.com or post 5 below, because I do like to connect with you. I want to know what your goals are. I want to know how I can help. If you need a foods list, what questions you have. So however it is, ask the question. That's how you get answers, and that's how you get help, right?
True.
Otherwise, press share, because your name will go in for a drawing. It'll be great. Otherwise, continue to tune in. We share at least twice a day on a live, and then there's lots of different recipes and tips and tricks here on the page for you all throughout the day. Anything else?
So
I think we are complete. We have volleyball and all of our children's activities starting like in 1 hour. So
send the gratitude text, though.
Go send the gratitude text.
That'd be good.
Yes. Go send a text message to somebody that you just want to say, hey, I see you. Thanks for being an inspiration. Thanks for taking care of my kids. Thanks for leading by example. I see you. Go send a gratitude text. That's great.
I love it.
Okay. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.